Erudia, an ancient land where gods walk among men. A living, breathing, high fantasy world that we want to put into your hands. But we cannot do this alone. In order to bring you back to what tabletop is all about, combat, exploration, adventure, we need your help to bring it to life. By supporting us on Patreon, you can support this project and the cast of Moonskull, with our promise that we will answer to the only people that matter. You. Legend Seeker. Your legend starts here. Forge your path. Shape your destiny.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm going to be doing a little map making again today. As a little breather, had a crazy day. But also I'm going to be snacking, because my snack that was supposed to show up a couple hours ago show up until recently. Hopefully I've got a good volume here. Let me know if I'm too loud, too quiet. I've got a super snuggly, super excited, crazy vocal Calvino on my lap. Great. 0 to 1, you seek legends of the neat bearded Lord Frost. That's me. So, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear this, but I have a container, little mozzarella pearls here. And there's a certain cat here who really wants one. Yeah? Meow? Oh, buddy, you threw it on the floor. There, you got that one, but you threw your other one on the floor. Okay, we got to remember that's there. So, yeah. He's a happy, happy kitten because he gets a little cheese. I saw you were playing with it, Dave. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Yep, cheese tax. Oh my gosh, he's all... Oh, no, those are my fingers. All right. You get one more, Calvino. One more. No, you don't get to lap up the liquid from the mozzarella pearls. Come here. Come here. Go ahead and take it. Take it. Buddy, you did it again. He's so hesitant. He doesn't want to hurt my fingers. So he's so super careful. Luckily, we just vacuumed and cleaned up down here. Here you go. We'll put it down here so you can eat it. Did you? It's right here. It's literally right there. I put it against the keyboard rest so you can get it on the floor again. All right, buddy. Go eat your cheeses. Right here. Spot on the floor, right there. Clean. It's your spot. My goodness. He's so careful and hesitant sometimes, but I'm also having pepperoni. It's an Italian evening. I can't roll forward because I'll roll over him here. What a day. What a day. Mozzarella pearls were very good. I don't know how to add pictures to the asset editor yet. And I also don't know how to put together an asset in the asset editor yet. That'll be a neat thing. All right, Calvino, can I move now and get to work here? Please, sir? Yes, your pearls are the pearls are dried up. Aw, we had all the pearls we're going to have. Come here. Come on. Come on up. Come back up. Come on. You got to move out of the way, buddy. Buddy, come here. Hey. What? To you too. He thinks the floor holds a treasure of mozzarella pearls now. No, come here. Come here. Come around. Yes. If you're good, I will give you a taste of a piece of rotisserie chicken. Come on up. Come here. You gotta come back on my lap though, because I gotta move forward. Yeah, Row. Come here. Come here, snuggle butt. Oh my goodness, you're resisting. He went boneless. Okay, he's no longer boneless. All right, lay down. Have a flop. Nope, there's not a piece of cheese there. That's a mouse. Not a mouse, my mouse. It's the same color as mozzarella, so he thinks he found a big, huge piece of mozzarella. Okay, so the other thing we're going to do here is I'm going to open a Wonder Draft because I need to open up the goblins here. Ralph! Need a couple of assets, need to figure out how to share them. Ah, okay. Gravity and form have no power over cats. Yeah, sometimes he goes boneless, sometimes he goes liquid. It's crazy. All right, let's see. I'm thinking about making a small town, like one of the ones here on the caustic strand. Hi, buddy. All right, let's check here something. Sulis or Savis? Open my document to make sure that I'm looking at the one. All right, and we'll go in here. We'll have a lot of stuff on screen for a little bit. Okay, this is the shellfish one. Depth of the coastal harbor and the port. This will be fun. All right, so we'll go with Savis because that's right here on the mouth of this river. So what we'll be doing is building a little town that's right on the little tippy tip here. And it's going to be on the wide part of the river. And we'll minimize that so it's out of the way. You did find a cathedral. Oh, nice. Somebody made a bear in the assets? No! I need no bears. No bears. No bears for me. He's hearing crinkly bags now, and his hand immediately goes up onto the keyboard rest. It's pepperoni. You can't have this. No pepperoni for you. Fresh mozzarella cheese with no additives, that you can have. Little bits. All right. Let's do the usual and plop down. A standard brick building. Boom. All right. So this is more of a village, but it's got a lot of water access. So let's look at the water here quickly. We're going to do... What? What? Huh? He's giving me all the words. All right, we're going to do deep water access. So we're going to be going... Let's see. It kind of comes down that way. Let's move this over a little bit. Move this over a little bit. And I can show you guys what I'm talking about with Savis here quickly. We'll just move there. Savis is the one that's, well, a little more to the right. There's a river that comes down out of the mountains right into a deep water port where there used to be more of a city. Unfortunately, it's not mostly ruins. So we'll have it come from there, and it's going to come down. And it's going to go down into here. But then we're going to be playing around with those pieces, but we're also going to be putting the ocean. Let's see. We want to put a lake here. I guess it's not really a lake. It's kind of a wide river. Let's take that river point. Make it more. Make it more. We'll take it down here. We're going to add another point in here. Pull that up. Oops. All right, we're going to pull that one up because we're going to widen this part here. Let's see here. How do we widen this again? Thought this was how I widened it. Isn't that how I widened it? Maybe not. I know I can put the curves on here. For some reason, it's not updating these things. It seems everything is frozen. Oh, the path is invalid. Oh, we got an extra piece on here somehow. All right, I see what happened. Yeah, we got that piece. It's backwards. Okay, I see what happened. This piece at the end is supposed to be down here. That's all that happened. All right, so this does widen this out. This will widen this part out. And we'll make it a little, we'll put those back on it. We'll curve this a little better. Move this up. We'll widen it out. We're going to take this piece. We're going to make it not crazy with the Bezier curve, but we're going to pull it down here a little bit. We're just going to play around with this until we get a good shape. We'll move that building out of the way at some point. Because we're going to have a lot of little curvy bits to this river. That's too severe. Let's bring it down like that. I speak Khajiit. Yes. This place does not have a Coliseum in it. This is an Agrian place, but it wasn't big enough to have a stadia, a Coliseum, a circus, or anything. What? Just using your cat as a foot warmer? Nice. I have a lap warmer. Can I slide a little closer to my desk here, Calvino? Are you going to be okay with that? If I do that? There you go. All right, let's get this piece a little wider. This piece is going to be... What? What do you need? I'm petting you. I can't not pet you. That wouldn't work. You'd be so upset. He's like, what? But you're not petting me quite enough, sir. Your pets are invalid. We need to swoop that around a little bit. Okay. Now, I think that's about as wide as I can make this. Now, I think I'm going to try something. I wonder if I can overlap a river and a lake. Let's see what happens if I put, what? What, buddy? What would you like? My cats, everyone. My cats. He's just so excited about life right now. He just can't. He can't even. What? I don't know if you guys can even hear him, but he's just talking up a storm. What? What, buddy? What? My goodness. Cats are so needy like nuggets. Calvino says no. He says all kinds of stuff to me. So many words. Okay, so here's the river, or here's the issue. The river is totally different color than the lake. So I can't quite use the lake in here. So I will delete that plot. We are going to delete this point. We're going to delete this point. We're going to delete this point. And we're going to leave the river being coming down this way. We're going to try and pull it into the ocean. We're going to see if we can make the ocean with an inlet. I don't know if this is going to work in the program. It's a little weird. Because it should come down here. Be like this. It's gonna... Well, I wonder if I can actually cause it to become concave after I put this in here. Let's see. And I can just bring it like kind of down off of the map and then going over here. Because the map is not going to be the entirety of the whole coast. It's only going to show part of it. All right, so technically we've got the mouse here. This will work. Because then we can bring this piece out and model it a little bit. Hi, buddy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean He's just purring up a storm. He's like, yeah, you bonked my nose, whatever. He's like, these things happen. These things happen. Now, what I can do is play around with the ins and outs, because you can't get a really convoluted coastline, like with all the cool little shapes. But I can play around with all the assets and put rocks and little islands and little hills and thingamawhatsits everywhere. That stuff I can do. And we're going to put another piece here because we want to pull this out a little bit, make it a little bit curvy. And we'll rotate this one in, because this one, that way a little bit, curve it. This one will add a little bit of a curve there. Pull it over. And we're going to add another one because we're going to put this down. Because I kind of want that little jut out there, but I want to make sure that the river where it empties in is covered. Okay. So we got the basic idea. I could change the watercolor, yeah. Good point, good point. And this one up here, because this river is got a lot of little curvy bits to it as it goes up into the mountains. But we're not going to worry too much about that because the village is mainly down here. So we'll keep the size reference down here. So when this place flooded out and all the horrible stuff happened, there used to be more land and more city here. So there's still a bridge going to be across up here. There's no bridge across there anymore. But there is a fragment of a bridge, which I don't know if I can actually show. We'll see. And of course I get a message because I started streaming. Right? Right? Can you make short paths into the river? I don't know. If by short paths you mean the actual footpaths, maybe? Okay, that's just it. Buddy. He's all happy on my lap now. He's just like, ah. Boy, that does some weird stuff with that. The water. It's got these weird low things in it that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Have to figure out what that's all about. Doesn't. I don't think it's gonna let me do anything else interesting with that river. It is a little strange. It's like trying to create these little eddies and flows in the river, but they look so weird. We're not too worried about them right now. Not too concerned. So the majority of the place, like I said, is on this side. And there is a road that goes across, but the road, the original old road, there's a bridge up here. So this bridge will be going across up here. So we will put bridge. We'll go in. Where is bridge? Where's bridge? This is the stone bridge, okay. We will go stone bridge across. Yeah, it has little ripples and stuff when you get really close. You can see there's even like the material underneath too. Well, is that the underneath? Oh, this is the underneath. That is the waves. But yeah, it's got these little ripple things. But they're weird because it tries to do them along the edge here, and it's got just... They're just doing weird things. I don't like it. Smooth this one out too. There we go. All right, so that's going to come on down because the main road does go across and out and down. And it's going to have some part up here, but there's going to be a little bit of a space between it because the port area is down there. So let's see. I'm going to play around with something really quickly. Thinking about changing that angle. Yeah, I kind of like that angle better. fact, I'm going to make this bridge a little larger. Like it used to be a really grand bridge kind of at the mouth here. I think that could be fun. And then play around with that a little bit. Because then the main road is going to go down the coast in this way. Because the road does continue along the coast. But we've got the coast kind of this way. So we'll play around with the coast a little bit here. Oops, wrong way. Wrong way. I'm just going to make a couple little edge bits to this. All right, so if we do river, take this thing, square this off a little bit just so it looks square-ish, because the canvas is going to be pretty large for this one. You'll never see any of that. It's a bridge too far, or not enough. Both. So I'm going to look at something here quickly. I'm going to make create new group. This group is going to be, can I name it? Can I not name these groups? Can't name it, evidently. Edit selected group. There we go. That's weird. That's not how I would set up this thing. All right, we're going to put roads in there. We're going to put the bridge in here. Create new supergroup. Create new group. Assigned object to group. L if selected. So L will put it in the group. All right, so then if I hide this group, the road. Okay, good. All right, let's find ourselves some roads here. My gosh, I have the happiest purry cat on my lap. He is just so pleased with everything right now. All right, so in traditional Agrian fashion, this road is pretty damn... we don't want to put one of these in here, but we will. It's going to kind of go that way. And head off along the coast. All right, now, in the interest of making this work better, we are going to be selecting this point. We're going to be adding... Oh, it did it the wrong direction. We're going to be adding a point in here. Did it accidentally add that in the wrong spot? No, it didn't. Okay. We're going to be adding it here. It doesn't add it where I think it should. I think it should be adding it in one spot. It adds it in another. Add another, and I'll add one more. This way we have some even breaks and things. Now we're going to take a little bit of this curve out of this road. We kind of keep this sort of on an alignment here. That will feel a little better. Now I'll have more road spurs because then I can dress up the sides of the road here properly. This is going to be stone buildings. But it gives me more attachment points. It gives me more things to go off of, more regular. The majority of this village is going to be down here. There's going to be some up there and nothing on the other side of the road. But there used to be roads going down to some of this, so there will be some roads in here still. Now, we're going to snap these to the paths. So I can snap, but I can't see the other road points. That's, Oh, I know what I can do. I can temporarily put some houses there. Then I can see where that snap point is. That will work. Animalist path, paved road. All right. So it's around here somewhere. And it would go down this way. Oop. And it would pull along this way. We keep it quasi equidistance. We'll pull it towards the coast because they weren't perfect. And we will reconnect it up there. All right, we're going to, got a point there, we got a point there, we got a point there, we got a point there. We're going to add another point there. And we're going to add another point along this road. Did it the wrong direction. Again. Why? Why did it do that? I'm here. Shouldn't it add it over there? Why is it adding it on the other end? And if I put it here, it adds it between them there. Why? Can I click on two of them and add a point between them? Add selection, new path. Nope. Don't get why it won't let me do that properly. Well, we'll just do this. We'll take this one up here. And we'll pull this one over here a little bit. Take this off. That works. Does the Keeper's Guide have a section covering voyeurism? I need to know if it's a peeping tome. Wow. Yeah, she's here. She's just, I think she may be immune? I don't know. He's developing an immunity. All right, I can connect this road across. So I could do two more roads across there. Because then I could do this and snap them together. Is that? Yeah, that way they're not 100% perfect. But they do go across. All right, and we'll take this one up. And then we'll take, all right there, Calvino? Oh, he's dreaming. Wow, so fast. He falls into dreaming so quickly. And then we've got all these parts, so we can, this one, go about there. This one to somewhere in there. And we will just hook the roads on through. Roads on through. Got our happy little village. Now, this place used to have a wooden fort around it. I'm going to play around with that. Because they have the stone towers, or it used to have a fortress around it, I should say. It used to have a fortification around it. But now the fortification is all that's left of the new stuff, or the old stuff is gone. The new stuff is all wood. Of course, that got rotated. Let's see. Let's get that rotated properly. And so it's going to go out and around a little bit. There'll be room enough for houses and stuff on this side. But we're going to add, oh, I should add another piece. Let's see if it adds it on the right side. Hey, it did. All right. And then that will give us, say, to here. And will give us room on the other side. And then I'm going to add my roads so that that's set up. I think maybe we're going to this. Bring this on down. It's going to be a little larger. It's going to come back this way. We'll play around with the dimensions of all this farther on. Just have this angled ever so slightly to come to the wall that's down by the water. And then we'll rotate it, and then we'll figure out when we get to the point where we're doing this, like a kind of a plat or plaza is there or any kind of wooden towers make sense. Yeah, there's, because this used to have, this was a village with a mile fort, and there will be in that fashion that I had in the other place. There'll be hi, what's up, buddy? There'll be a tower on either end that is the old Agrian fortification. And those towers are pretty important for their defense along here. Because most of these villages were built around one of those things. Oh, there we go. Because we'll put the buddy. Hello. You got burrs all over your tummy, and I'm scratching his tummy, and I'm like, wow, you're very sharp. Let's see. All right, we need the wooden tower with the roof. Where is my roof tower? I don't remember where it's at. There it is. All right, so this thing sits outside the main walls because it is the old Agrarian Watchtower. We don't want it to impugn that sightline there. We have our little stable somewhere that we downloaded. Gotta find it. There we go. And we gotta make that a little smaller because we don't want the biggest stable in the world. Yeah, we'll leave it that size. Move it back a little. Similar idea to what we've had before. And on this side, we're only going to have the stable and a little building on this side. It's not going to have the old tower. The old tower here was stolen. It was robbed. We're going to we'll build a fortification like robbing spot where they actually took it away. But anyway, before I do that, I'm going to grab... Oh, can I not grab multiple roads at once? I can't. Okay. Boom. Boom. Okay, why can't I? There we go. That's weird. Even when they're hidden, I can select them. That doesn't seem right. What? What, buddy? Yes, I know you're a very happy kitty. What? Hi. You're a very happy cat. You're drooling. He's just laying here like a big, beautiful wall. Yeah. Yeah, it can add stuff to each side of the wall. You can actually play around with the in the stone wall, you can add a gate. But these ones didn't seem to add a gate. So when I clicked on these, it just removed. So I don't know why that is. Ah, buddy. Hi. Oh, they had some broken down towers. Ooh, I should do that. I should look. Oh, you mean the Steam workshop? Browse assets. Let's see. Can I search for tower? Let's see what we got for towers in here. Our ruins. Oh, look. A broken tower. That is crazy looking. Workshop tower. That's crazy. Look for ruins quickly. Ruins house. I grabbed a couple of these and used them. That could work. It's kind of, but it looks like it's made of wood. Doesn't quite work. I think what I'm going to end up using is some of these assets, and I'm going to make a tower that looks like the size of that other one, and see what we get. Because it would be like about that big. So we're gonna just mock something up. We're gonna mock it up, man. Mock it up, mock it down, mock it all around. Vino's just twitching his tail with delight here. He's like, so much happiness. All right, so that's palisade. There's wall without that. Wall with only battlements. Stairs, wooden stairs, docks. What I could do, take this. I'm going to make a little piece of wall here once, and I'm going to see how small I can actually get it. All right, so if I... Oh, I can only shrink it. I can't change the size of it. Okay, that one. I mean, I could go back to this and just build the little remnant piece and then pull another one out. Oh, yeah, turn off snapped paths. We don't want that snapped. And, oops, that's not the right thing. What am I looking for? Here we go. Little broken piece of wall. And then I put, what did I make there? Palisade small. Small wall. There we go. Keep grabbing the wrong one. And then if I go back in here again, I take another piece and just make it this tiny little stub. Nope, it didn't count that. It didn't like that being so short. All right. Move this guy. Move him over here. How many assets does it have? It has a good amount. I mean, it's got all these houses and buildings and stuff, but there are a lot of assets that people have made, and some of them are literally just piles of assets that were already in here. And people just use them to create whatever they're going to create. All right, where are rocks? Chimney, well, hi, buddy. What? Are you okay? Were you was that a sneeze? What was that? Wow, okay. Well, you'll probably wake up in a little bit when I have another piece of a snack, so you're not going to be napping very long, I know. All right, stone fragments. We need stone fragments. We're going to be putting all kinds of stone fragments out here. Hey, buddy. Be jamming this stuff underneath the walls. We're going to be putting it over like this. Make this a little larger. So I think if I do that, I want to do it on this side. And if we some more little walls. All right, we got, now we're into the part where we have these big chunks, which we can put in here. And we'll play around with the size of them and the rotation and whatnot. Oops, we don't want that bigger. We want that smaller. We want it kind of there, but then we have to take these guys and we have to move them down because they're floating too high. They need to be kind of almost buried in the ground with a little bit of shadow, not all the shadow, because this is where the remnants of this wall are at. What else do we have? Campfire. We've got framework. So we'll put an old framework that's hooked up to the edge of this thing. We'll put it on the inside. Where some enterprising person has been pulling this place down. How about a badly built tower that's starting to lean? Like a piece of crap. Wah wah. What's that, Chrysanth? You wanna ban him? I don't know. I don't think Erudia would like that much. Some plants in here. What else we got? A little more plantage. Flowers. What's up, Calvino? What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? Are you happy, kid? Huh? He's like, nah, nah, nah. He's licking his paws off where he tasted the mozzarella, I think. He's reliving the mozzarella dream. Let's see, we got a campfire. We've got a crane. We've got a well, which should definitely be out here. We've got, there was a set of stairs here, wasn't there? Where were those? Were they in this thing? Docks? Stone stairs, all right. I'm going to take this set of stairs. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. We're going to take this set of stairs. And we are going to move ends of these pieces in. Pull it back here because these stairs are mostly taken out. Not much left of them. And then we're going to take this end if we can. Oh, we can't. Yeah, can we raise that end? No, we can raise the wall. Oh, that's interesting. I could make that piece of the wall taller. But I can't do anything with the stairs. Because if I raise... Oh, it actually kind of works. I can kind of make it look like the stairs go up. Sort of. It looks a little weird. It looks like both ends are going up, though. A little strange. I mean, it's supposed to look like the stairs are going up, and that's kind of what it's doing. It's a little strange, but we'll try it once. We'll see what that looks like. Got a little depth to it. Bat would be proud. Oh, do I dare eat a piece of chicken with Calvino here? I don't know. By the way, this little stinker was gone for almost a whole day, weren't you? Mm-hmm. Saw him in the woods once. He was just like, I'm not coming back. I know he was back to eat at some point, but he was just being a dingus. Running around like a dork. Building's a little large. There, we'll leave one house out there. Yeah, bold move to eat chicken around a cat. Exactly. He's not as interested in pepperoni, which is why I'm having it. But if I open that chicken, I might lose a finger, right? Right? Mm-hmm. He's like, you might, rabbit. You might. Buddy. All right, so before we go populating too much of the town here, I'm going to play around with a little bit of the... What? I'm not giving you anything right now. No. You get nothing and like it. You'll get nothing and like it, buddy. All right, so the thing is, there were supposed to be bits of towers and walls and stuff underwater now. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to take one of these towers. We're going to do this version and pretend that it used to be here and that it's sitting in the water. See how it does that? It's kind of cool. Now, I can make that stick out of the water still. And the next one I put down here is going to be just, I think we're going to see if this one we can put underwater if it's too weird. This one, smush it deep down underwater there. Because this part of the coast was all wrecked. So there should be bits of roads and stuff kind of looking like they go right down into the water. Because technically this road would have gone down under the water and does. And then we can play around with the edge here and put whatever we're going to put around it. Hey, buddy. He's licking my hand. Ah, you have a sharp tongue. Oh my gosh, you have a sharp tongue. Dang it. Dude. Thanks. Okay. Finally stopped. Wow, I might lose 2 fingers. Yes, fantastic, sarcastic. You're a horrible person for saying that. You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed of yourself, sir. All right, and then we'll get this. We're going to rotate it ever so slightly. Then I don't think, but I could be wrong here. I'm going to see if I can do a little snippet of just a wall. Nope. A palisade large. I want just the wall. There we go. I want to take the wall, and I want it coming off of here. And it's going to go right up to the edge of the water here. But we're going to be taking this whole thing down. So it connects, but it should be, I think this tower needs to be a little taller, in fact. Actually. There we go. But then we're going to see, because I don't think I can move just this part down. What? What? What do you need, buddy? Do you need more attention? Am I not giving you enough attention? Oh my gosh, that was a yawn. He wants to be snuggled like a little teddy bear right now. I just don't. Ugh. They have cars? Really? Why do they have cars? That's weird. Let's see. Can I make the end of this look like... This is a question. I could put a jumble of stuff. Let's see. There's straw. There's devices. Those aren't helpful. Goods. I mean, I've got big rocks I could put in there. Make it look like a piece of a wall. I could put segments of a wall. I could put the bits of framework down in. Need a well. Chimney, probably not going to do it. Go with stone fragments and see what we can do here. We are going to lower this. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. What is the... Oh, there's rate, scale up, scale down. Okay, well, we'll put it in. And we'll put it like this. And then we'll take that piece and we move it down. Move it out here. Boy, it doesn't want to allow me to move it down very easily out here. Okay, that doesn't work very well. That's going to have a crazy shadow floating above it. Okay, that won't work. I'm thinking the piece of wall, just by its very nature, is not going to work out here. I think we'll have to probably do what we did over here and do this kind of a thing and just stick it under the water. So I'm going to attempt to marquee select all this. And I'm going to attempt to move over here and try to put it in here and then play around with all the pieces. All right, so we'll put that there, and we're going to pull these under because this is not the weight or the paths of the. It's not the paths of the walls part. Play with some of this. We'll play with that little guy. That under there. Can we move all those under? I don't know if we can. Pull that under the water. This one here, we pull under there as well. And we'll pull that one down as well. And that one. Well, we're getting something down here at least. Now these pieces are okay, looking like they're sticking up because they're probably a little more prominent. And I think what I'm going to do then is I'm going to put... I thought there was some stone framework. Wasn't there a wood piles? Maybe that would work under here. Because if I put some of that down here and pulled it underwater, now it's really, really hidden under there. I don't know. That might kind of work. The scaffolding doesn't need to be there. If we take that wall now, wall. We put some of that underneath here. Now, the question is, can I pull that down? Oh, that's a totally different thing it's grabbing. There we go. Now, if I grab that part and pull it down, it's definitely underwater there. Okay. And we'll do the same thing along here. Grab this, pull it under the water just barely. It's going to look like there's something there, but we're going to take this piece and pull it way under because that doesn't need to be up there. And like these pieces are pieces of stone that are hooked on top of something, so I've got to put... What? What, buddy? You're grabbing my hand for some reason. What do you need? This stuff should be, if it's actually sticking up out of the water there, floating like that, should be more obvious that it's sitting on a pile of rubble. So I think if I do this, it's going to be here on the shore, just barely sticking up. And then we'll put another pile of rubble underneath it, and that's going to get deleted. And these pieces I don't need. So I think I'm going to grab one thing that I think might be kind of cool to have sticking up here. Is a, there's this chimney. Water plant. Crates. There. Single crate. Nope. Pillars and chimney things. Beam. Chimney. All right, we've got a chimney. Now the worrisome part about this is that it's going to like give off smoke. Yep. That's not gonna work. I thought maybe I could fool it into being like a tall beam or something. We'll put that down into the water. That along a little farther. Kitty demands pets and more cheese. He does want more cheese. Yeah, the people made colored assets. They did not want to just have a cool black and white tonal map. They're like, we want colored assets. We want everything in full color. I'm like, sure, some people like it. Hello, Jensen. We're doing map building in a little town, a little village on the caustic strand that is mostly destroyed. It's not really mostly destroyed. It's built around ruins of a bunch of stuff, though. All right, we'll stick this in here, and then we're going to cover it up with some of these little assets here. We'll pull some of that over. Then we're going to stick this guy a little lower. And then we're going to find a way to put something else under here. What else can we put under here? We could put a platform, like a little floor or something. Yeah, we could do that. We can do this. We can put a little stone plot under. Now with dirt, flowers, cobblestones. Now the question I have. That is that. Can I get a hold of the cobblestone plat? I can grab the ground and move it. I gotta pull it under down here. There we go. Now, what I wish I could figure out how to do here is to rotate the texture on this, because I haven't quite gotten this one to work. There's got to be a way to do it. I don't know how to do it. And I think it has something to do with the grid. I think. All right, I don't even know what asset I'm... Oh, it's the grass. I don't want grass anymore. Got to hold up here. That thing. Okay, that goes down. Right. And then this thing will go down. Well, got some little layering bits going on here. I'll move that. Yeah, we kind of got our little thing underneath the water here. There are a lot of cars. There has to be a way to add drawings. Yeah, people do add drawings. They add their own art and assets and stuff. There has to be a way to import them. I think, in fact, there is a menu. I thought there was an import. Maybe it's in the asset editor. I don't know. I thought I saw it somewhere. All right, so we got that. We got the road going down the water. This one we're going to remove because it's really weird to have it under there. We are going to see if we can get a couple of... Oh, that's ugly. Those are a little bit beefy. That kind of works. Sorta. All right, we got our palisade, the beginnings of that, for our old Agrian town on the coast here. Now, down here, we're going to be putting a lot of docks. So, you know that they're, now that I know that they have docks that you can actually create with paths, I can make them. Now, the question is, can I make this dock a little wider? I can. Excellent, excellent. I can make a wide dock. That's as wide as I can make. But I can make them, which is good. Wider, larger. And I think I can even make a dock with a little end to it. And have larger boots, smaller boots. And if we go out and look for the boots, we can put a rather large ship in here near the end of this. So I think in most cases, these ships in this area would probably be moored right out here. And then the smaller boats to service them would be what is this dock. And not a fishing boat. Yeah, well, maybe we'll have to use a fishing boat. That's probably what we're going to use. All right, we'll just use these little guys. And we'll put one of these guys over here as well. And then we're going to put the other little fishing boats on these other docks. And in fact, we're going to have a couple little boats pulled up on shore too. Yeah, this one won't be shore though. And we'll put this one sideways here. So it can pull into the shallower water. You found a sci-fi pod. Okay. Yeah, this place is totally a shellfish and fishing haven. It is a place of many boats. So we'll probably have lots of little boats up on shore. Oop, didn't want to do that. What else we got over boats? Have another boat out here, but this one is going to be more a little farther out. Selfish and fishy place. Exactly. All right. I should probably save this as something, huh? Let's see. What are we going to call this? Savis. Save. I don't have a lot of options for these little boats, so we'll just be using the same boat. At different jaunty angles. Won't be able to put in as many as I would like. That's okay. You don't need all of them in here. Right? Great. This guy's going to actually be out fishing. guy will be pulled in very shallowly. We're going to put a few more boats out here a fishing because it's a busy place. We'll go with that one. This guy's hightailing it for somewhere else. And I'm going to have one guy fishing near the ruins here. Because he's like, this is where... No, make his boat. This is where all his secret spot where he finds the best little shellfish. Yeah. Now, I wish there was a way to make kind of a... I wonder if I could. I was going to say, but I wonder if there's a way to make a... What? What? You woke yourself up, buddy. He's just grousing. Cat grousing. Alright, I think I can make... My buddy, yes, you're a good cat. If I took ground with stones, and I did this sort of a thing. Make sort of a little... breakwater. A little large. I need it to be a lot smaller than that. Then I can play around with angles and shapes and whatnot. Like stick it into the thing there and then take this end a little bit down. Like it's breaking out of the ground a little bit, but then I can put stuff along it to hide the edges maybe. See what we can do with that. Like make this wider here. But we'll put an angle. Oops, I don't do that. Oh, that just looks stupid. We'll take that off. Well, it's cutting down into that deep water pretty crazily, isn't it? Well, we can hide some of that. We'll hide a bit of it. We'll hide some of these edges and stuff. I wonder if we can actually do... So that hides more of it. I'm wondering if I could keep it like that. There we go. That's getting rid of some of the weird edges and stuff. I think a little bit. If I can keep it like that and then start adding the rocks and bits and stuff to it, like this is all just piled up with like gravel and rocks and whatnot. Hi. Hello. Do you need another piece of cheese? All right, let's get you a piece of cheese. Rapscallions. They fish for rapscallions here? Man. Yeah, this is for you, buddy. This is a piece of cheese for you. Would you like it? Here, I'll put it right here again. Don't knock it on the floor. Right here. Go ahead and eat it. I'll put my hand underneath in case you knock it to the floor. Yeah, right here. It's not going to go anywhere. Right there. You got it. You didn't drop it to the floor. I'm impressed, buddy. I am impressed. I'm going to wash my hands off again. The other cats are missing out. Calvino is getting cheese. I'm surprised because his brother is sleeping over there on the couch. And he is a cheese fiend. And if Benji knew there was cheese, Benji. If there was cheese, he'd be over here going, rah, 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 like normal. But he is not. He's not showing up for cheese. So he is passed out. They were adventuring like pretty crazily. Like nutcases for the last day or so. Weren't you, buddy? He's like, no comment, sir. No comment. What? I know. You're a good boy. a bit of a dork. Now, so I wonder if I put battlements along here, and then I sunk them into the water. If that would look kind of cool. If I took this entire thing and sunk it right like that. And then on the other side, on the inside here, what I can do is I can make it look like it's actually just got stones and wood pilings and whatnot. No, there's no more cheese right now. You've already had 3 little pieces of cheese. He differs in his opinion right now. He insists. Nay, demands it, sir. Let's give me the cheese. What? You're fine. You're fine. You got cheeses. You got the cheeses. You're good. Yeah, good. That's the word. I think he was trying to reassure himself, like, good. Good. All right, so we can put things like this out here too. We can like make it look like they've stacked stuff up. Now, if I think, let me do something else here. I want to pull this up a bit because that hides that edge pretty well. But this edge, I think, is where I'm going to start putting all the rocks and bits and pieces. But if I can put things like the goods out here, make it look like there's stuff stored. What? Is your brother making noise over there? You keep jumping. This is lots of bitter, caustic salt water from the river and everything because there's so much volcanic activity. It's supposed to be fresh water emptying into a saltwater ocean because this is down on the coast. Yeah, so this is Savis. This is this river coming down like right around the T and the R and Strand. It's one of those bitter, volcanically infused rivers like everything else here with not a lot of real fresh water, dumping right down into the Godland Strait, which is salt water. So people here do a lot of work getting themselves fresh water from different methods. Desalinization pools are one of them. So I'm going to be creating, because we've got that sewer thing, I can create some cool canals and things. It's going to be fun. Were you sneezing? Yeah, you did sneeze. Okay, are you all right? All right, buddy. You definitely got your mom's cool green eyes, buddy. All right, where are my rocks? Where are my stones? Where are they? Oh, there were pillars. Oh, I could put a pillar on the thing. Wait a second. I'm going back over here. I'm putting a pillar here. There's going to be a pillar at this corner. It's going to stand up. Oh, that's not a very good pillar. Let's try a different one. Nope. Buddy, you can't have my hand. I need that hand. Gimme. What? What do you need? Don't walk on my keyboard, please. Hi. Don't bump my keyboard either. What do you need, buddy? Up here? Want to say hi to everybody? he says, meow to everybody. Hi. Would you like to go exploring now that you had some cheese? I can let you go exploring. Oh, he's all crazy. This is, they have tanks with guns? What? This is not wetlands. This is more like, definitely rocky, silty, and mineral pools everywhere with all the volcanic activity. So those beaches are going to be all rock. The land is kind of wasted. Anyway, where was I with my pillar here? There's my pillar. Let's see what we got. We got a pillar like this. That would make sense. All right, let's do this. Let's go tall with the pillar. No, we can't really go tall with the pillar. We can put it in there, though. Make it look like it's the edge in the corner. Kind of works. Ding goes my phone because people are going crazy and messaging about things in chats that I'm in. All right, let's go back up to rocks because we've got these. And this is what we're going to start putting in here. Now, what I'm going to do is there is a setting where I can put these in here and I can say keep height. And so when I put the next one in, it will keep that same height. What, buddy? Now, some of these are going to look a little weird if I don't move them up and down. So that one's not going to work, really. Unless I pulled it. Yeah, that one's not going to work because it's not going to conform to the surface and it's going to look a little strange. Now, it would work out here. Just hiding it beneath the thing, but I'd have to put the more underneath it. Kind of really sell the idea that we're doing like a rock hill. They don't really have anything that goes down hills properly for height elevation like that. You have to kind of fudge it a little bit because these are all going to look like a little bit like they're floating. What, buddy? You're gonna go? Okay, go ahead. Bye. Now these aren't a big problem if I pull them over and do something like this, because then I can play around with them. Move that one around a little bit like that. Ding, 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 ding. My phone just keeps going ding, ding, ding all day. I do wish I could convey the idea of a slope and have these fit the slope, but they don't seem to want to. They don't seem to want to work. Do I have another way of doing something like a cool plot or something? Ground with stones isn't going to work. Grass. I can do a castle surface. If I do a castle surface, what does this do? Well, that does what I was just looking at. So I could technically do the whole thing as a little castle surface. I'm going to try that once. Oop. Look at that. We deleted the plot. Now I have to see if I can actually undo, because I did this before and it broke everything. Well, we're going to have to put our water back in, sadly. Or, I put a whole bunch of stuff in since that last save, didn't I? I think. Or did I? Let's see. Let's do this one. So let's save it as. This is why I do these kind of things. So I can actually learn. All right, let's try and open the old one and see how much stuff we lost. Oh, we lost the what? What? Where are you? What would you like? You want a little bit of chicken? Okay. He heard chicken earlier. I think that's what made him all crazy and all jumpy and pushy and whatever. All right, we're gonna open this up and get you a piece of chicken. Okay. Yes, you get a piece of rotisserie chicken. Here we go. Benji, come on over. Here you go. Chicken for you. Oh boy, he's happy. All right, here's your rotisserie chicken. There you go. His brother's like, I do indeed spoil him. But I spoiled the cats upstairs earlier today while he was out rampaging because I had an actual chicken that I cooked and there was so much meat left on the carcass. I pulled it all off today and I was going to make chicken soup, but they're all looking at me like. So they all had shredded chicken. And so technically I bought this cold rotisserie chicken to make soup with because I gave it all to the cats. So, All right, let's kind of redo this thing, but let's do it with a castle plot. Let's see how low to the water we can get this without it looking too weird. All right, so that's still above the water. That works. Now the question is, can I cover that end up? Because I wonder, there's no way to lift or lower a specific piece like that and do it. But I could put one of these over the top of it. Let's do this once. We'll put like a landing here that this would be hooked onto. And we'll bring this up to this height. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try and put a set of stairs on here. We'll use a path for a set of stairs or something. Docks, stone stairs. We want stone stairs. We would do it to here. Oh, shoot. That's not going to be a good idea. Wait, delete that path. I need to turn off keep height because otherwise it's going to be hiding under anything. What? You had... Oh, all right, fine. Do you want to go outside now? You're going to go adventuring again? Well, okay. All right, buddy. I'll let you go adventure again. You all right? Say goodbye to everybody. Bye, everybody. Oh, man, you smell like the outdoors. All fresh. You're going to smell like the outdoors fresh again. Not that I'm saying you didn't do a good job taking a bath. You'll smell like... Oh, okay. All right. They're back outside, happily. Or not so happily. Because immediately upon Calvina going outside, one of the other male cats, the feral cat, came up and was like, Calvino casually just turned at him, went, and put his paw on him. And the cat wriggled out from under it, but he just basically put his paw on him like, yeah, just get on the ground. It's like, okay, that was casual indifference there. Like, yeah, you're so scary. Oh, no. There we go. We got a set of stairs that go up. We can play around with the spacing between these two pieces. Is that good? Good. Then I think we take this. We can do another set of stairs. Couple of spots here. All right, we got that one. We're going to... Oh, I kind of wish I could copy a whole path. It doesn't seem to want to let me, though. Room selection, new path. What happens if I hit space? Boom. Oh, it just lets me do the new path. Okay. Now, never mind. That's still fine. We'll live our lives and we'll be okay. All right, so we're gonna save this. Save, bam. Wait, I destroyed an experiment? What's going on here? Ah, rain will make the forest flood. Ah. What was the experiment, Shadow Warden? I missed something. So much you can do with the rotisserie chicken and just said, yeah. Yeah, these cats care about people food. If I have it, they are thinking to themselves, "Ooh," to which I usually reply, "Fine," and they have some. All right, so I think the other thing we're going to do is we're going to copy one of these boats, and this boat is going to be pulled up in here. We'll swap it to that boat. Because we'll have some little boats moored in here. They look like little mice. Kind of funny. Tuna or canned chicken juice. Ooh. Human tested foods. Yeah, please test this for me, human. Human. Now, here is the last part of the snacks that I got for myself because I should never remote shop when I'm hungry. Sorry about all the noise. I got dill pickle flavor. All right. Sorry about all the noise. Sorry. But I was just in the mood for dill pickle chips. They were my favorite when I was growing up as a kid. I'm trying so hard to not make all the noise, but I know I'm making a lot of noise. I apologize for all this. Set this over here far away so I don't eat them. I will have a few, and I'll stop because otherwise it will make my tongue hurt. Yeah, I bought way too many bits of snack. I was going to get some beef jerky. I ended up with pepperoni, mozzarella pearls, the rotisserie chicken, some shrimp salad, these chips, a Butterfinger, and something else. Couldn't help myself. Be the right rock. There we go. Check something once. Let's see if I can actually do this. Doesn't quite work with the beach. I mean, it would work there. I want to make it look like rocks, but it doesn't quite look like rocks enough. It looks too non-rocky. Let's see what we can find with grass and stuff. Not going to put plants down. Whoops. Stuff kind of is interesting. I really wish that the edge on that whatever these things wasn't so hard. It's like a really hard edge. Because I mean, if you make a plot like this, it literally makes a hard edge on it. So, and you can't do anything to these edges or corners or anything. It just does it. So it's a little weird. And I can't really do a whole lot to this edge here. I can play around with the size of it a little bit, but I can't really add lots of dimension. Oh well. Some beach. So I can't really make it look like it's what I want it to be. But that's okay. That's all right. We'll figure it out. So one of the things I wanted to look at was this thing, sewer. I wanted to see what this does. Looks like it's a very straight edged canal going into the. Yeah, it does a very, very specific slope. Okay. I could technically move this out here. Oops. And delete that last point. And make it look like they have a little bit of a water defense there. Is there a shapeless thing at the top? I mean, there's a plot tool. There's snap to path, collision check, adds cliffs. This is just height. Properties panel. Select move. The cliff thing is the thing that makes it really strong edged. Oh, you're in the wrong one. Ah, okay. Third one. You're on thin ice with a certain mod around here. She's gonna come for you. Corners can become more rounded. Yeah. I don't know why that plot has the edge. What I wanted to use it for was a filler without an edge, just so it kind of smoothed out stuff. Eh. Got our little stone cobbly path going down along the beach here. Man, those chips were good. And I will try not to eat all of them tonight. I've got a game with my friends after this. I may fail. So, along these, we're going to be doing straw. Because these are fishermen's huts. Oops. And so we got our fishermen along here. Okay, I'll stop. I wouldn't want anyone mod at me. Wah, wah. Oh, man. Good one. But, oh, you're a horrible person. I love it. The ground with grass is standard background. If you make that plot, it will have strong edge of the other plots. Okay. So if I make a plot, it still has an edge, but yeah, I can maybe hide it. Like if I took this plot and slapped it under like the road. Oh, it kind of still draws through the road. Well, let's see if I can move that down a little bit. Well, if you move it down, it disappears because it's gone. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, and that kind of still shows up too. Oh, and that actually creates new ground. Oh, well, there's one way to create tapes. That's kind of cool. Yeesh. We dredging? Kind of. Very few Cthulhu monsters out here, though. All right, so down here, we're going to have stuff stacked because this is, you know, it's what people do. They stack things next to things. Wherever there's a place to stack things, people will be doing it. But boy, that barrel is as large as that that boat there. So that's kind of surprising. That down a little bit. And then we got water plants. Or there was fishing equipment. There it is. There we go. Fishing nets. Still can't make out like how this is supposed to be facing or something. It looks like it's supposed to be just laying on the ground. I don't know. Like maybe like that instead. Don't quite know. Ah, we won't worry about it. We're gonna put let's see, where is it here? Some more goods. Nope, those are crates and barrels and stuff. Okay. Metal goods. Bed? No, we're not going to put a bed out here. Or carpets. Ware laid table. We could put a table out here where people hang out and do their fish network. One of these places is going to have some scaffolding where they work on a boat, I think. Where is the scaffolding? A window? No. Where is it? I lose track of all these things in here. Cabinets? No. It was it scaffolding? No, I don't think it was called scaffolding. It was called what is it even called? Well, I'll find it in here again. It's just everything's so small. Framework, that's what they called it. We're gonna find a good piece of framework here. And we're gonna make it a little bit lower. I'm gonna rotate it this way. We're gonna have it somewhat near here, but we're gonna pull it a little closer to the ground. We're gonna copy a boat, and we're gonna put a boat on top of it. Gonna rotate it in place because they're working on it. Working on their boat. Boat work. Why did it not like that Zerator one? That was weird. Crates and barrels, we get a cracker barrel in here. If only Uncle Herschel was here. There's going to be a lot of goods and things stored up in here, too. So. Kinds of materials back here. Bunch of barrels and stuff. We'll add more goods out here too. Let's see, device. What are devices? Those are just weird looking. It's okay. Alley cats sleep between different rooms and spots. They have territories in my house. Oh. They've got the place. And the place is theirs. If you're in their place, get out of the place. They'll have none of it. We're going to have a few little... Let's see. Can we find some little things in here? Because I just realized one thing. This well here would not be this well. Be a different well. So we're going to delete that because they don't have working wells here for the most part. Because they just don't. All right, but there are going to be some old chopped down like tree things here. Let's put a couple of trees around this tower. And down we go. There we go. We'll think about putting a well or something. All right, we're starting to get some of the fisherman area kind of figured out, but I have this brass here that I just don't know what I want to do with. We'll leave it for the moment. We are going to, let's see, this is going to be stone. Nope, that won't work. Deleted. Because then this is going to have some houses in it as well. That's a little. That's better. So I think we're going to create a few things inside there. So I'm thinking this, we're going to switch these to be wooden houses. We're going to switch that to be wooden houses as well. Because along the main road is where we'll be putting more of the stone. Like we've done in other towns and places. And then along the secondary roads and everything, it's going to be where it's all wooden houses. Those look kind of cool. That. And this is why I separated the roads out. So I can do kind of a random placement for these, and then I can figure out afterward if I like them. Let's see, let's go here. We're going to do straw. We're going to do straw. Now, the thing I don't think I can do is swap these from side to side. I think it's the same on both sides or not, or nothing. But I could technically put wood on these. That's kind of cool. Big open space here. Like I could put a market down there or a yard or something. So I'm thinking I might get rid of this. And get rid of this one and put the market just right in the middle of the town here. Have that be their market area. But again, no well. Hello, Kyle. Yeah, map making. We're working on one of the cities in the world of Legend Seeker in the Godlands. We're seeing how this little village is going to turn out. A little bigger than I intended it, though. But this is supposed to be a place where a lot of people live who do shellfish fishing. It goes out quite a ways, doesn't it? If I pull it in, is that better? Kind of looks better that way. So, ish. It's okay. It's ish. Now, I think I'm going to continue this small stone path that we had going here along. I'm going to continue it up here. We're going to have this thing. Are we going to have it go back around? I think it's going to continue and just dead end at the back end of this part of the fort. And then we're going to do a dirt path along the inside here. We'll just kind of continue it along. Oops, I didn't mean to make curvy paths. Somehow I turned down the Bezier curves for all these paths. That's not what I wanted. You are not supposed to be Bezier. You are supposed to just be a path of pathiness. Close enough. But we're going to pull this one in too. So there, we got a little bit of the path around the whole thing. And then we got the old guard tower out there. We got the new guard tower here. That works. Smoked Gouda chips. Ooh, nice. Not as good as my dill pickle chips, of course, because nothing can beat cheap store-bought dill pickle chips. The highest quality ingredients. The best thing ever. Probably not doing horrible things to my innards right now. Now, I really do wish that I could hide that thing without hiding all the roads. Because I can't get a hold of this other road here. Dang it. How do I get a hold of this one road? All right, what I can do is that. Okay, there we go. Now I got a hold of it. Oh, I never put other... I didn't put segments in this one. Well, we'll see how good it is at avoiding collision. Pretty good. It did a pretty good job there, actually. It overlapped a building there, and I don't need this one in here. But it did a pretty good job. Huh. Sometimes you just want the crap snacks. Exactly. They taste so good. Little Debbie strawberry Swiss rolls? I have never heard of those. What the heck are Little Debbie strawberry Swiss rolls? Gotta be careful moving those paths. I forgot these have all these houses attached to them. Oops. Well, we'll grab all this stuff and move it closer to this little house. We'll leave it out there. He's got his yard. That's it. Yeah, fish yard. Fish yard. All right, now I think I've got an extra house in here somewhere. Yep. Well, let's take that one out of there. Take that one out of there. There we go. That's why it looked so weird. Some of these houses got smashed into each other, which is not what we want, really. It's not optimal. Not how we like to do things around here. Now this is kind of cool because I feel like this could be a big warehouse. And what I could do is I can get rid of a couple of these houses over here. And I can take this guy and I can put him kind of back sort of like this. And I'm going to put a fenced area that goes all the way across both of these things, kind of like a big lot line. We're going to do fence with square pillars. It's going to come up, going to go across, it's going to go all the way to here, and it's going to go across here, up here, and all the way across here. And then we're going to have this piece, and we're going to do the same thing. Can I do the same thing? Yeah. With space enough for wagons to go in. And do the same thing up here. But we're going to make this one way wider. So we're going to rotate this a little bit. And this is going to be their yard for tons and tons of, I don't know, fish storage, something. It's going to be storagey warehouse. And let's see, they are going to, because they have to guard this, this is going to actually be guarded. Guard towers. Because you never know when the pirates are going to come. Go. And this yard is going to be filled with stuff. We're going to put horse carts. We're going to put goods everywhere. Let's see. I put goods everywhere. Where are the goods? Where are the crates and barrels? Pillar, window. Where did I put my crates? System of goods. There's the crates. All right. Let's see. We're going to take this and we're going to bring it down. We're going to rotate it slightly. And then we're going to get more. Oh, I need to keep height. Never mind. Go. We're going to have lots of stuff stacked out here. That thing is always so big. I don't need a barrel looking like it's the size of Tuesday. Let's switch this one over to that. It's under here. Turn this one. They're stacked behind each other like this. So we're going to make this look like it's a big cargo yard. Crate and barrel went out of business. Well, it's all here. Pick on Discord. All right. Let's go see. Food recipes. I have never in my life seen those, Jensen. Wow. I see something new every day. There's always something new under the sun. And today it happens to be cakes. Little cakes. Good job, Debbie. If that is your real name. You think she's really Swiss? Is she Swiss? Is she supposed to be Swiss? I don't know. All right, we got stuff stocked in the yard. We're gonna put another little fence around this, make it look like it's an actual stockyard with a little bit of a blocker. Pull these back a tiny bit, a little bit more. That over. This, put it over here. We're gonna fence that off a little bit. We'll do the same thing on this side so it's not so close to the edge. We'll put this over here, move this back, make it look like there's a wider path through here. So this is going to be a little more of a smaller, probably hand dolly cart thing, and this is going to be a dirt path on through. So let's get our fence paths here. We're going to do fence with round pillar. Pillar. Yeah, we'll do the fence with round pillar because it looks different than the other one. Pull that down a little bit. No, maybe. Yeah, there we go. A little bit shorter. All right, we're gonna grab that again. Piece of fence for that. Oops, it didn't work. Okay, why is it doing that? Huh, it doesn't want to create a small piece. Well, I guess what we'll do is the yard will just have this shape. It'll just have a little bit of an unusual little gap there. We'll come out this far, and then we will do this one out here, and it will come out about this far. We'll do that. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Right. We'll go forward. Put this one under there. That point. We go. Now they can drive a wagon through there, and I'm going to put a dirt path. Let's see, stone path, paved road. We put a stone path through there. Make it look like it's been there a long time. Oh, it kept the height. Oops. Let's bring that up a bit so it's actually visible. Look, a stone path. Oops. All right, and then we take the stone path. In fact, we're going to go like it goes straight into the building, and then it'll go through on the other side as well. And this will go out like that. And then we'll connect this with a little side to the stone path. Oops, didn't do the special thingy. I don't think we're going to do stone path there. We're going to do the stone path over here. And it's going to connect like that. And then we're going to do a dirt path. Footprints, patternless path. road, paved road, small dirt path. We'll just do the dirt path, like through here. Lots of cart paths, but we're also going to put the dirt path through the other side too. And my stomach is growling after all that food because I think it wants more. I'm going to have to pull this back in this way. It looks a little too weird going out there. We'll just kind of merge them. Do this, play around with the little curves of the paths and all the bits and pieces that happen. This one looks a little artificial, so we'll pull that out a little bit, angle this a little more. Move that piece of path in, angle that a little bit better. There we go. This little circuit through here. We'll just take that right out onto the road, that right out onto that road. There, we got kind of a landmark going. We has a landmark. Their junk, but they're also good. He could be a Swiss Miss. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who Little Debbie is or where she's from. Oops, hit the button. I don't know what I hit there. I hit a button. I opened up a window. So, what else would we put in these areas? More storage, like things that look like shelves. I could use those frames, the framework. Maybe I could do that. Growl goes my stomach. See what these look like. I could do these kind of things, put them down and make it look like they're things that crates should be set on. Like kind of like I did with the boat before. Copy, do another one over here maybe. Oh, interesting. It puts it way up on top there. And do this one here. And then bring it down. But then rotate it. Looks like a thing off to the side here where we would stack things on top of it. Turn left at the big building. Exactly. Okay, we can get some more goods in here. I think we can put another building or two here too. If like we put another building, like this is a little smaller. Oh, I'll grab a different. Make it look like that's kind of a cool shape. We'll do this one. Make it look like it's a part of the business. Something dedicated to something important in here. Let's see, do we have a tiny little brick house? There we go. We got a nice little house there. And then the other side, we'll put some more horse carts and things. All right, horse cart, ox cart. We do ox cart next. Put that one up against the wall there. This one we'll also put over here. They haul stuff in and out all day, all night, all the time. Day in, day out. But I think I want to put some like rubble and junk in here too. Like put some citizens in there. There we go. All right, let's get some bits of stone. Put some stone and stuff in the corners here because this is where, you know, people just throw stuff, right? You throw bits and pieces of stuff, especially at the corners and areas of intersections where people are like, I'm gonna throw the junk over here. That's a little large. We'll put one thing right at the corner, and we'll see if we can find. There we go. And see if we can find some more little rocks and stuff to put in. There we go. Now we got things up against the fences. We got junk everywhere. We'll move this one down underneath the edge of that. Go. And let's see what else we got in here. We can put a tent. Doesn't have to be a market. I thought there were. Oh, there are tents. Okay, good. Now we've got different types of tents, and I think we could have this stuff out here just as like, hey, there's a bunch of junk underneath a tent somewhere here. Like we store something outside, but want it to be sheltered at least. What's under a tent? Let me change that one to a different tent. Is there a different tent? Let's see if we can find a different tent here. With light, without light. That's a pretty little tent. That's kind of a cool looking tent. I like that one. But I'm going to see if I can bring that a little more towards the ground. It looks fine like that. Got a little long shadow. That works. This misses the hot chocolate brand. He was making a pun. Oh, ha! Oh, that was horrible. It just isn't shipping if there isn't a broken pallet. Exactly. They make them out of the cheapest materials possible, you know. What else can we put out here in front of this place? A ship. No, no ships. No animals. Ah. Aha. That one is kind of cool looking. All right, we're going to put this thing on here. We're going to rotate it be this way. We're going to move it up so it's floating. So I think I might rotate it to be like this. Because then it's got a cool shadow. But it's also like, hey, somebody rode through here. We pulled the thing off and set it down. And then there's a cart. Literally going to be a little cart sitting over here. So I think I might move this cart. Stack it there in the corner. And we're going to copy this cart. And we're going to have it sitting right here. As if it's ready to take this thing. Oops. Dang it. I really wish the undo button worked properly. Like this will be ready when they get. I want to put it. I don't want to put it perfectly underneath. I want it ready. Like when they bring the ox back over, they can just swing this thing over and stick it in, or they just took it off. Either way. Stealth pun to the unwary. No. Do I have my game with my friends? Yes, I do. And I just messaged them, or they just messaged me and said they're going to be 10 minutes late. So I was like, this last thing. But I'll stop. I'll stop now. But thank you. Thank you very much. I will get offline here. Get offline. I'll leave you all in the dirt. Dust. My dust, not in the dirt. But thank you for coming on by. I will hit the ending here, and I will end the stream, and I will talk to you all. So thank you all for coming along. Thursday, I'm probably going to be doing more writing, but I may work on this map. So cool. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night.